Oldham County staff. I'm Lauren Rata.
And I'm Rosalind Manning, and we are your digital learning coaches here in Oldham County Schools. Today, we're going to be showing you the background feature in Google Meet. So what I've done here is I have started a Google Meet, but you can see that I have not officially joined that Meet yet. And so in this startup screen, you can actually change your background before you join a meeting. So if you see this little button here, if I hover over it, it says change background. So I'm going to click on that. And I have a few blur options, but I also have some image options as well. So you can slightly blur your background, which gives it just a little bit of a blur, or you can blur it completely. It does look a little bit funny since Lauren is sitting right here. It's kind of blurring her as well. But you also have some image options on here too. And so you could choose a nice little, what looks like an office space. This says modern living room. You can choose just like plain images, confetti on a pink background. So you have a lot of options here. I'm going to turn off those backgrounds really quickly just so you can see both of us. But you have several options here. Once you have chosen a background or a blur, for your Google Meet, it will actually default to that in your next Google Meet as well. So don't be surprised if you join another Google Meet later and you've got the modern living room in your background. So once you've selected one, you can join. And you can see here that this is my background, and Lauren is going to show you how to adjust this once you're already in the Meet.
Now that you're here, you can also change that background anytime by going to your more options or that skinny snowman in the bottom right corner, and you will look for the change background. Now I can come up here and I can change it back so you can see me again. It naturally will kind of get your outline, and so and it will get the person that is closest, as you can see, to detect that from the camera. And so you can change that also here. Your same options: slightly blurring, moderately blurring, and then also you can change the background as well and make yourself somewhere festive. Now, saying that, there are some reasons why this might be helpful, because you might be thinking, oh, that's great, but how's that going to help me instructionally? First, you might be thinking about making your students feel more comfortable with sharing their home environment. That might be something before they wanted to turn their camera off because they didn't feel comfortable where they were. And so giving them this option might make them more apt to come to your Google Meets and make them want to participate. Also for staff, that might be something too. Our environment might not be something we want to share at that time. Also, it can reduce distractions. I'm sure that we all at times have had a pet or a child or maybe a significant other come back behind our screen as we're in the middle of the Meet, even though we told them that we are going to be running a Meet. And so that might be less distractions for your students. And same thing with students. They might have siblings running around or pets. And so that might not be a distraction as well. But on the other hand, something to think about is setting up clear expectations. This could also turn into something that is distracting if you don't talk to your students about this ahead of time and model it for them. So pull up one day in your Google Meet and present your screen. Go to that skinny snowman and show them how they can change their backgrounds and talk to them how that could be helpful. And the same things. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your background, then this is an option. Also talk about the distractions as well, but then also set up those clear expectations that once they choose a background, that has to stay for the entire Meet. They should not be changing it multiple times during the Meet, because then that could become a distraction for everyone else, because every time they click and they're trying a different one, you'll notice in the background they're all changing. And so set up those clear expectations as well. Thank you so much for watching.